Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day again. It's 7:50 in the morning on Monday, May 27th. And let's start, as always, by reviewing the picks of yesterday. So, yesterday we went 1 and 2. The Royals lost to the Rays, so didn't win that bet. Pirates Braves did go over, so we won that. And the Phillies Rockies, this was promising. There's 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but then bats went cold, ended up 5-2, and did not manage to win that bet. So we were down -1 for the day and down 0.3 units for the season now. So onwards, we had no spreads bets, so these were the only bets we had made for that day. Let's get into the picks for today. So first, the money line picks. Here's the full slate of games and the probabilities that the model has come up with. And after running through our filters, it's telling us to look at just 2 games, both home teams. So the first one it likes is the Mets. Model seems to like the Mets. Saying bet the Mets plus 129. And Pinnacle showing 136, so we should be able to find something. So let's take a look at the Mets. New York Mets. Yeah, we got 138 at South Point. So that gives us what we need. Right? So let's put that down. Mets plus 138. Next one it likes is the Reds. The Reds, it says to bet if you can get better than -119. Pinnacle showing -136, so this might be a little bit more of a reach. But let's take a look. So we want -119 on the Reds. Yeah, and we're not getting close to that. Best we're seeing is -132. So no bet there. And those are the only ones that happen us to take a look at today for money lines. Moving on to totals. Here's the full set of totals games with the model's probabilities. And having us take a look at 1 under and 3 overs. So the first under is the on the Reds Cardinals game that we just looked at. They're saying take the under, but they're saying under 9.5 at -104, let's call it. And if we look at wager talk, click over to totals. You see we're not getting -104 on the 9.5 under. The best we see is like -115. Just want to click in and see how much the line has moved. And so it was actually at 9 and it's moved up to 9.5, but not quite the odds we want. So won't take a bet there. Next up, 3 overs. First is the Twins Royals. It's saying bet the over if you get -131. So it really feels strongly about this Twins Royals game. So this is unusual. It's putting a 64% probability on the over at 75. So let's go in and take a look. Twins Royals and 7.5 overs, and you can see we can get as good as -108. So we're gonna mark that down. So 7.5 over Twins Royals. 7.5 over -108. And this is the Twins Royals over 7.5. Actually, it's Royals Twins. Just fix that. Okay, next up. is Mets Dodgers. Likes over 8.5. Wants better than even money though, so probably a stretch. But let's take a look. 8.5 on the Mets. Over 8.5. Yeah, we're not going to get 8.5 over. In fact, it's all moving to 9. So no bet there. Finally, Mariners Astros. 7.5. Wants minus 101, although it's showing minus 102, so maybe we'll get something there. Let's see, Mariners Astros. 7.5. Mariners Astros 7.5. Over because there's minus 102 a couple places. What's the model saying again? Saying, yeah, minus 101.4. So I guess even if we were out, it's not quite. So we won't take that bet there. Maybe we'll check back to see if anything moves. But let's leave that one and move on to the spreads. So here's the full list of games with the spreads and the probabilities there. And after filters saying take a look at 3 home teams, 1 away team. So Twins Royals popping up again. It's liking likes the Twins minus 1.5. If you could get 130, 138, call it, and 128 is what's showing. So so let's take a look. 128, 138. So Twins, we want spreads. And yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting to that number. We got, it's this row. We're seeing as high as 130, plus 130 on the Twins, giving away the 1.5 runs. But model's saying wants 138, so we're not going to do that. Cards Reds, it's saying take the Reds minus the runs. If you can get 150, which is what we're, and says that's showing right now. So let's see if we can get that. Cards Reds. Although we're not getting 150, unfortunately. I guess they have at Pinnacle. Says it open at 145. Yeah, you see the line has moved. Started out at 150 yesterday, but jumped down. So we're not going to find a bet there. Next up, the Padres giving away minus 1.5. Says take it at 120 if you can find it. So Padres minus 1.5 plus 120, and yeah, you see that we can get 120. A few places: Circa, Superbook, DraftKings. So let's put that down. Padres minus 1.5 plus 120. Okay. And then finally, one away team is the Astros minus 1.5. If you can get 153, which is probably a bit of a stretch, but let's just check. Astros Mariners. Yeah, and we're not getting 153. So no bet there. So it looks like for today we got one money line, straight money line, Mets plus 138. One over, Royals Twins over 7.5 minus 108. And one spread bet is the Padres minus 1.5 plus 120. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.